It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. Now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Second and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it's going to bring up a third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The throw on the run is complete, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
Still first down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. From the gun, here's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And he's gonna give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Texans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good, and the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown, but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Stafford now on 1st down. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's taken in by Higbee. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
First down, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. That's on the big man, Cam Robinson.
Still 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Pass caught, it's John Mechie. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. 3rd and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
That penalty is declined.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Braxton Berrios deep to return. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He completes this one to Mechie. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
From the gun, here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Andy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
on third down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Berrios on the return. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Inside the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon, and he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. He will fight his way to the end zone. C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans are in the lead by the score of 13-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And They'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
The motion man is Nakua. 2nd down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Again, it's Stafford.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the air again, Stafford. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, L.A. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mixon, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. On first down, this one caught by Mechie. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Schultz is the motion man. On play action, Stroud. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Stroud to throw here on first down. They try to work the screen with Mixon. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now Stroud. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will open up a 6-point lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's Stafford now on second down. That's to Atwell. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stafford now. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Stafford now on second down. And that'll be batted down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. So we have reached halftime here. It is a 6-point difference at the break, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports app.
And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. 1st down, Stafford.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
The motion man is Nakua. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He's going to look deep for Adams. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford to throw again. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Cameron Kitchens there to bring him down. Second and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. from the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Atwell sent in motion here. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
One more time for Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. First and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
The Texans getting all set to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Nakua open. He's got it. They lost him. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Will be brought down inside the 25. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Stafford. He'll complete it to Adams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down back in the backfield. in the area of holding.
Still first down.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one caught by Adams. To the air again, Stafford. This one caught at the 4. Nice run here on second down, inside the 5, with more options now available for 3rd and goal. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Throwing on second down, Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
so they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
On first down, it is Williams. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. The motion man is Nakua. Now a second down throw for Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. It's Stafford. This is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans will take over here just past the 30.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Texans offense ready to see what they can do. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Still 1st down.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A second down throw for Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Stroud to throw here on first down. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense. Still first down.
Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. Throwing is Stroud. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Out quickly, and it's Adams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 2nd down. Who outs another catch for his favorite target. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Out of the gun, Stafford finds Nakua on the slant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. To throw is Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. A ball deep for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Here's Berrios on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They go with Mixon. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd down. Here's Mixon. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25. Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Texans. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. And the kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.